Well, good morning, YouTube. So, over the past week, actually starting Wednesday afternoon, I came down with the stomach bug that's going around. I don't know if it's going around in your area, but at least here in central Ohio, from what I've heard of some of my coworkers, there's a stomach bug going around, which basically the symptoms are nausea, vomiting, and massive pain in the abdomen. So, I was working my evening job, and I was, just doing my job, and I started getting this massive pain, just here, in general, which led me to going to the bathroom and puking out my guts. And I literally had to sit in the break room for probably 15 minutes before I could gather myself enough to drive home. But when I was getting ready to drive home, I was thinking, okay, what do I need to get so I can beat this bug really fast? And, I mean, if I had had the book with me at the time, I probably would have grabbed this one. 1801 Home Remedies. Trustworthy treatments for everyday health problems. By the Reader's Digest, actually. But basically, my health insurance is bullcrap. And while, yes, I did go through, look up online, it's like, okay, could this possibly be appendicitis? No, I don't have localized pain below my liver. Could this be a gallbladder stone? No, I don't have massive pain around my liver. And went through and did the diagnostics like that. So, on my way, when I was driving home, I got ginger ale and crackers and Gatorade, because ginger itself is actually a good remedy for colds and stomach-related illnesses. I don't know if it's the vitamin C or what quite is in ginger to cause it to be such a good remedy, but in general, ginger has stomach-settling properties. And I think I might have noted this on a previous video, but when I get a cold, I'll generally mix in just some general ginger powder, like ginger spice powder, into my tea in order to open up my sinuses and whatnot, because it really tends to burn whatever bad things out of your body. So I stopped by a gas station and got myself ginger ale and crackers, and then I came home and I chilled on the internet for a while. And then after I got tired of that, I laid down, turned on the TV, threw on a couple of blankets, and just went to sleep. But as soon as I had gotten home, I gave myself probably an hour or two before I started hitting the ginger ale pretty hard, and just, little sips, keeping hydrated. And within probably 18 hours, actually even less than that, because the next morning I had work pretty early at my morning job. But by the time I got up for my morning job, most of my nausea had gone away, and I was actually feeling, halfway human again. While I was at work that day, I did have some cramping, or I did have some pain in my abdomen again, but it was not nearly to the degree I had had it the night before. So actually I grabbed some ginger tea and some mint tea, because I happened to have that on me that day. Threw it in my bag, just figuring, okay, that was another thing that I found in either this remedy book or another remedy book, or actually looking online, that mint is also very good for settling stomachs. So, yeah. Because my health insurance is kind of crappy, I don't want to go to a doctor immediately. I don't want to go to an urgent care center and spend a couple $100 just to find out all we can do is tell you to rest, because that's basically what they probably would have told me. Now, given if they had gone any further, then if I had been knocked on my ass for another day or two, I probably would have gone to an urgent care and double checked on everything. But I mean, it just was a 24-hour bug. So what's my point to all this? Home remedies, while they might seem cheesy, a lot of them we're finding out are actually based on science. In World War I and World War II, The Americans carried penicillin in their medical kits. The Russians carried garlic. As it turns out, we have actually figured out garlic has a lot of natural antibiotic properties to it. We are finding out that although a lot of home remedies actually do have scientific basis, and how a lot of home remedies work is it doesn't go out there and punch out the disease, but it naturally supports your immune system so that your body's able to fight stuff off naturally. Like when I get a cold, my normal treatment is I try to catch it early, so I probably gargle with salt water 2-3 times a day, spray out my nose with salt water 2-3 times a day, chug water like it's no tomorrow, or Gatorade, and take some vitamin C pills, or drink stuff with a lot of vitamin C in it like orange juice. Sometimes eat something really garlicky, and again ginger tea. But how those curatives work is it supports your immune system. Hydration, always good to flush out your body when you're sick, you know? I mean, that helps give your body the things that it needs to fight a disease. The vitamin C. Vitamin C is naturally really good for your immune system. Gargling and rinsing stuff out with salt water. Well, number one, it does moisten whatever place you're rinsing or gargling. Number two, I would imagine that because salt is a cleansing element, it might work to get rid of some of the bacteria and stuff in whatever part of your body you're using it on. I mean, they do use salt water as a cleaning agent some places. Now, the difference between home remedies and homeopathy is that homeopathy, from what I understand, uses the teeniest, tiniest, or maybe even none at all amount of the curative. AKA, basically, it's really expensive water. And by using that really, really teeny tiny amount of the curative diluted in so much water, supposedly it's supposed to make you better. Basically, all that shit does is work in your head. That's what it boils down to. It's, I'm taking this remedy so that I feel better. No, in all reality, it's your head itself that's saying you feel better. I could give you a bottle of Aquafina, label it Gen Special Cold Remedy, and you would feel better from taking it just because you think that it's going to make you feel better. Whereas this stuff, home remedies, actually work to support the immune system, like I've noted. So, I know that there are people who swear up and down by homeopathy, but in all reality, it's bullshit. And I'll try to find a couple of links that say so. And if y'all happen to have any home remedies for colds or stomach flus or whatnot, feel free to leave them down below. Peace out, YouTubes.